Good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. We are having some fun this morning. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverdi. And Julie, speaking of fun, guess where we are going?
I don't know. Give me a hint.
Okay, here's a hint. We're going somewhere over the rainbow.
It's back to Broadway. And if you think you knew The Wizard of Oz, just wait, because our Broadway Balances America series is taking you behind the scenes of this legendary production.
And did you know that Ray Bolger and Buddy Epson, the two actors cast by MGM as the Tin Man and the Scarecrow, did you know they ended up swapping roles?
No way.
Yes!
They are so perfect
I
in their
know.
roles. I did not know that. But I do know how I felt the first time I heard Judy Garland sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I mean, I think everybody remembers that. And I also know it's been named the most popular song of all time.
It never gets old.
Never.
So raise the curtain, because the Balancing Act starts
Right now.
Broadway Balances America, brought to you by Broadway Across America, bringing the best of Broadway to a city near you.
We are once again heading to Broadway and beyond as our Broadway Balances America series takes us behind the scenes of some of the most beloved Broadway musicals as they travel across the country and into your local theaters.
Today we're heading over the rainbow as Balancing Act correspondent Amber Milt meets some of the cast of the newly updated stage and screen classic, The Wizard of Oz.
And there really is no place like home, especially for the young lady who's stepping into those iconic ruby slippers and gingham dress.
That's right, ladies. There may be no place like home, but getting to meet Dorothy, the Wicked Witch of the West, and even getting in on the action myself had me clicking my heels all the way to Baltimore for a journey to Oz like no other. Sarah, you're playing one of my all-time favorite characters, Dorothy. How does it feel to be stepping into this role?
It feels so amazing. I'm really excited and definitely a little bit nervous, but I am ready to do it. It's been one of my favorite roles from the time I was very little, so I'm really excited to get to actually play this iconic character.
Stepping into those iconic shoes is something Sarah Lasco is more than ready for.
I actually grew up in a family that was very musical. My mom is a singer, my dad's a pianist, and I begged and begged them to let me do community theater when I was 13, and they finally gave in, and from then on I was hooked, and I did my first professional job when I was 16.
For Sarah, a Maryland native, today feels quite like home, as she finds herself at the producer of the tour, Troika Entertainment's costume shop in Baltimore, for her first fitting. So Danielle, this room is just massive, and I see people everywhere working. What goes on here?
Absolutely everything goes on here, from cutting the fabric to stitching it together, to dyeing, to painting, to beading.
Danielle oversees this 7,000 square foot building that houses hundreds of costumes from various Broadway productions, including The Wizard of Oz.
We start in Kansas, which is very brown and cream and white and dark, and then we progress to the blues of Munchkin City, and Dorothy's dress changes to that iconic blue gingham, and we progress to Oz and the greens and all the bright, wonderful color that you get.
Amber, I think maybe the time has come.
Oh, don't forget the shoes.
Okay, look straight in the mirror. We'll get you all pins in and ready to go.
Okay.
Sarah, you look so good. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels amazing and overwhelming.
Are we gonna try on the shoes?
Of course we're gonna try on the shoes.
Beautiful. Let's see. Give us a twirl. So is there still no place to comb?
Oh, there's no place like home.
Costumes, of course, only tell part of the story. This enchanting adaptation features all the classic songs, plus new music from Broadway powerhouses Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice.
The new songs integrate so beautifully into the original, some people aren't even aware that they're new, which I love. I love the fact that they're surprising yet inevitable. There's an establishing song for Dorothy called Nobody Understands Me that sounds like it was right out of the film.
Finding our true home and understanding our place in the world are important themes.
This Dorothy really puts herself out there. It's not just, over the rainbow, and, it's about taking what you need and figuring that out. And also, people joke, this is a story about two women fighting over a pair of shoes, but it's also really about, about staking your claim and owning the things that you come into as she goes, she goes down a path that she's never been, and she learns to become herself.
She's such a strong female role model, especially for young women today. And I think one of the big things that she does is she just, takes risks, and she goes after things even when they're scary. That is an important message for young women today. And also I feel like because the show doesn't exactly make the Wicked Witch, black and white, bad or good, I think it kind of lets you see into her mind a little bit and lets you see, she's a different type of strong woman.
Speaking of that much maligned character,
I want no shoes.
what is your process for approaching that?
Well, so what I do is I kind of try to find a quality about her that is relatable. And she is passionate and dedicated. And those are the two that I'm really like, well, that's how I am. I want to pay homage to, the original way and everything, but then making it my own and a fresh, new take.
She's breathing new life into this character with one of the new original songs, Red Shoes Blues.
There is a line that I really like. She says, "My power will grow, it will blossom and flow through the world, through the years, and straight to my heart." And so I feel like that's kind of like, I can play with that a little bit and think about what she means by that. If she means she does have a heart and she wants to do something else with, her life, or if she just means that she just is power hungry or whatnot. So yeah, I'm really excited about it.
As for those infamous shoes,
oh, it's definitely the woman who has all the power. The shoes help her find her power. The shoes have no real power. I think it's Dorothy's magic.
there's no place like home is such a famous line from this. What does home mean to you?
Home is where the heart is. I think that that's kind of the underlying meaning of No Place Like Home for Dorothy. My home will always be New York, but I will have a mini home on the road, with my new friends and cast members and company members.
Tim Rice's best lyric in the new version of the show, it comes late in the second act when Dorothy is about to click her heels together and Glinda reminds her that home is a place in your heart.
Now I think it's my turn to get in on the action. Don't forget the shoes.
Oh my gosh.
You look like you're having so much fun. I just wanted to get in on the action.
Oh, you look amazing.
Oh my God, you look great. I think I'm gonna have to change my job though.
Oh yeah?
I think I want to be on Broadway.
Oh.
This is so much fun.
You are dressed for the part.
Oh my God, now, about those shoes, nah, I'm good with mine. Have a great tour.
Thank you.
Soon, the entire cast and Toto too will be journeying through a magical land to meet the wizard and obtain their heart's desires. It's sure to be a fantastic musical treat for the whole family.
I always say it's a show that it keeps on delivering. Whether it's an amazing, beautiful thing like a huge rainbow, or the magic of the Tin Man's hat going toot toot and smoke coming out of it. It shows all those things, but whether you're dealing with each new aspect of the show adds up, so you feel like it never stops piling the enjoyment.
I want them to walk away with a timeless message of hope and of family and of the things that are really important. Courage, intelligence, a heart. Those are the things that the three characters want, but they've always had. Those are the things that Dorothy wants, but she's always had.
It's okay to dream big. It's okay to go out on a limb and do something that not everyone else is doing, and it's just like Dorothy. I feel very similarly with that. I feel like take those steps, take those risks, and they can be very rewarding.
So I'm not sure I'm gonna get to sneak out of here with these, but at least I got to try them on. Are you ready for a journey to Oz like no other? Check out BroadwayBalanceSAmerica.com or go to our website, TheBalancingAct.com, for all the show information, tour dates, and more.
It's amazing how you have all these blockbusters and all this CGI and special effects today, but this one production, Julie, from almost 100 years ago is still by far the most popular popular production of all time.
I mean, it's hard to believe. And can you believe that when The Wizard of Oz first came out in 1939, it was considered a box office failure?
A box office?
Cannot be.
Oh my gosh. Wow, so it just goes to show you how some things are way ahead of their time.
Absolutely. And speaking of things that are ahead of their time, we're going to introduce you to some important technology whose time has come right after the break.
It can be unpredictable, painful, and interfere with everyday life, whether that's going to work, spending time with family, or enjoying social activities. We're talking about a migraine. Our guest this morning will help us better understand this neurological disorder and discuss some tools available for migraine sufferers. She's headache specialist, board-certified family physician, and spokesperson for Teva Pharmaceuticals, Dr. Susan Hutchinson. Good morning, doctor.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. Doctor, let's start with clarifying a migraine versus a headache. Similar, not similar?
Migraine is an actual neurological condition, and it can last from 4 to 72 hours.
Wow.
And in that, typically the person has a moderate to severe headache. It's often described as throbbing, pulsating. It's often worsened with activity. And very often there's nausea. There can be vomiting, sensitivity to light, sensitivity to noise, and it's often unpredictable.
And how common is it, doctor?
It's actually quite common.
Really?
36 million Americans annually, and that's over 10% of the population. And then if you look at women versus men, after puberty, 3 to 1 women get migraines more than men. And I'd like to add too that the attacks can vary from patient to patient, and even within one person, the presentation of the migraine can be different.
You also have suffered from migraines practically your entire life. You know exactly the impact it has.
I know very much the impact migraine can have. And I also hear countless stories from my patients about how migraines affect them. What's interesting is even in between migraine attacks, a patient can be afraid, when is their next attack going to be? And I remember a young woman being so afraid that a migraine was going to ruin her wedding day.
You're kidding.
No.
She's not thinking about the flowers, not even
No.
dress. She's wondering, am I going to have a migraine that day?
So it's a very disabling condition. So it can have impact on a person's work life, social life, family life. So
Everyday life.
yes.
What triggers it, doctor?
There are many triggers. Now, when you look at women in particular, hormones are the most common trigger.
Okay.
Ups and downs in hormones, and that drop in estrogen just before a woman's period is the most common reason for menstrual migraine. And then if you look back, because men get migraines as well, very common triggers would be stress, lack of sleep, disrupted sleep, certain foods, preservatives, additives, weather change, and triggers vary from person to person.
We are going to end this on a high note
Yes.
because there is hope for patients with migraines. So stay right there, doctor, because when we come back, we are going to hear from some migraine sufferers, and we're going to discuss tools and resources. Yes, resources out there to help you get through this.
So there's a slow build, and then it's like, boom, impact. It's like your brain seeping out of your eye sockets.
Welcome back, everyone. We're discussing migraines with headache specialist and board-certified family physician, Dr. Susan Hutchinson, who also suffers from migraines. Now, before the break, we were talking about triggers. We recently asked various migraine sufferers about their migraines. Here's what they had to say.
So my triggers are mostly environmental. Foods, people, stresses. The biggest thing for me is when I drink something that I really want, like a red glass of wine, and I know it's going to come, and I try and talk myself out of it, but it hits head on.
When I start to feel a migraine coming on, I start to feel very sensitive to light, so I turn them down, and I also feel very sensitive to sound, so I often turn on the TV or have people speak quietly.
There's like a tingling sensation that comes. So there's a slow build, and then it's like, boom, impact. It affects every part of your head. There's no, like, and you're tender on either side of your temple, all over your tender.
Doctor, there are a few examples, and I'm sure you've heard this many times before.
I hear it every day in my office. And in fact, as a migraine sufferer, I've had these kind of experiences. And I remember several years ago, I was in my practice seeing a patient. All of a sudden, this throbbing, pounding headache of migraine came on.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. All of a sudden, a wave of nausea came on. I actually had to excuse myself, leave the room.
Oh my goodness.
I had to vomit,
Oh my God.
clean myself up, and come back. So yes, I know firsthand just how disruptive migraine can have, whether it be your work life, personal life, family life.
Let's talk about some things that people can do to help deal with this. Is it something in terms of maybe keeping a journal and finding out when you had a trigger? Does that help?
Yes, absolutely. I think every migraine sufferer should keep a diary or journal. It can be very helpful looking at patterns. For example, a woman might notice that every time it's her period, boom, she has a migraine.
There you go.
Other people might notice, gosh, they finally get to sleep in on the weekend and they have a letdown migraine. So yes, and that diary or journal can be very helpful to take with you to your healthcare provider.
I'm curious to ask, is there a cure?
Oh, I wish there was.
There isn't.
No, unfortunately, there is no cure. We're still understanding completely what causes migraine.
Is it genetic?
Yes.
It is
We think in most cases people inherit a genetic predisposition for migraine.
Okay, so no cure, but we're going to stick to the hope here. Lifestyle changes maybe that can help?
Lifestyle changes that can help would be, and I know for me personally, exercise is critical, and for many of my migraine sufferers that are in my practice, limiting alcohol.
Really?
Caffeine in some cases. I think sleep is critical. Looking at your diet. For some people there might be certain foods, triggers. So yes, I think looking at lifestyle can be very impactful.
And are there tools and resources out there for maybe migraine sufferers that would like more information or to learn more?
Absolutely. In fact, as a migraine sufferer and a headache specialist, I'm very pleased to now be working with Teva Pharmaceutical. And one of the resources is a new website called moretomigraine.com. They'll find information about migraine characteristics, migraine triggers, and my tips on understanding more about migraines. And in addition, there can be a lot of good information women can learn, as well as men, and then that can be very impactful when they go to their own healthcare provider to get the help they need.
And I do want to note, and I always do, that no matter what, see a doctor first before you decide to do anything.
Absolutely.
Okay. So doctor, for our viewers out there who may be suffering from migraines or may know someone, what is the message here today?
For me, the message is to tell them, don't give up hope. There's some wonderful resources like the moretomigraine.com. Empower yourself, learn more about migraine, and then go and see your healthcare provider.
And I want you to say the website one more time.
moretomigraine.com.
Thank you so much for your time. Great information.
Thank you.
And for more information on managing your migraine, again, that's the website. She just said it, moretomigraine.com. Great info there. And visit our website, thebalancingact.com.
Did you know? From our pros.
Let's say you didn't choose your school based on the list of colleges with the best food. Yes, those lists do exist. You enter the cafeteria for the first time to see a carb party. You think to yourself, it might be a challenge to eat healthy on campus. I need more greens, please.
The cafeteria actually has all kinds of healthy choices. I always think it's better to go in with a plan. Look for proteins, look for vegetables, look for fruit, anything that grows fresh from the ground, and make the choice to drink water.
Another way to avoid the dreaded freshman 15?
If I have a morning or afternoon class that makes me miss the cafeteria times, I like to bring granola bars and fruit cups or veggie sticks and hummus.
And of course, we all need to exercise more. In addition to fitting in exercise as we make our way across campus, many universities also feature workout facilities. And oh yeah, don't forget to get your Z's.
There is a link between getting enough sleep at night and maintaining a healthy body weight. So make sure that you're making the choice to get enough sleep every night.
Look for more Did You Know from our pros. Brought to you by West Texas A&M University.
Great stuff. So how did you avoid the freshman 15?
I kept playing basketball, but I got the freshman 5 from all those pizzas in the dorm.
You're too tall to gain weight.
No. Well, here's the good news. According to DoSomething.org, the freshman 15 is just a pseudonym. The average freshman puts on only about 2 to 3 pounds, and only 50% of students gain weight their first year of college. 15% actually lose weight.
I lost weight.
But you were with home and Mommy and Daddy helped you.
They did not help me. I was just living at home. That's great news actually for my girls and yours.
My girls. We hope we helped you find your balance this morning. I'm still trying to find mine.
Yeah, my mom was running with me every single morning. If not, just remember those 5 magic words. Remember them? There's no place like home.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Oh, you got me.
You sound exactly like her.
Oh, yeah, right.